Finally, we're at the end of the road with Apple TV's hit dramedy, Dickinson. Season 3 finally premiered on November 5th, and the show is already gearing to unpack a lot of heavy stuff, especially now with the brewing Civil War. Dickinson's last season was so intense that we gathered all the relevant material we could find and shared it with you guys in today's video, so keep on watching to know more. What can we expect this final season? The first 3 episodes of Season 3 already dropped on November 5th, and so far, the show continues to receive a stellar rating thanks to its witty banter and the cast's impressive performance. The influence of Civil War on Emily Dickinson's work. As stated before, the renowned American poet's greatest creations were formed during this time, but good poetry almost always comes during a time of adversity. Aside from the war, Dickinson also has to deal with her family, who is being torn apart. With so much happening inside and outside, will art be enough to keep hope alive? Dickinson didn't receive critical acclaim for not doing something risky, and if there's one thing risky in this line of business, it's tackling social issues and sensitive topics. The show has done a brilliant job of engaging in brutally honest topics, whether it be about queer relations or a divided nation and family struggles. What better and dramatic way to emphasize these issues than having the Civil War as the backdrop? Elena Smith had been itching to use this historical event in Season 3 from the start, and the discussion relating to the nation's divide is relevant now more than ever. Although we've made much progress recently with social justice and activism, we still have a long way to go. The privilege of writing about something that's actually a biopic and based in real history is that I knew what was going to happen, but I didn't know what was going to happen in our actual world. Elena Smith told the Daily Beast in a recent interview, "I certainly didn't know we'd be writing and shooting this entire 3rd season in a pandemic. The very notion of the show that portrays the current events repeating history has been the point of the whole series, especially those that haven't been addressed or resolved properly yet. We think of the past as past, but it is present," Smith further explains. "We are continuing the same difficult conversations that have been raging in this country since the beginning, and we're not done with the work yet. If you're a fan of Emily Dickinson's works, you'll see a lot of parallelisms in her poetry of what's happening today, which some may find comforting and to others unsettling." Actress Jane Krakowski also noticed this in the show, wherein each season tackled a different topic as it progressed from social media to the Black Lives Matter movement. These events have similar happenings from centuries ago, yet they're more familiar now than ever. Bragging a star-studded cast, the show also dealt with the fame monster in a way that made several of the actors realize it in an unlikely way. For example, Hailee Steinfeld was catapulted to stardom at the young age of 13 when she earned an Oscar nomination for her role in the 2010 Western drama film True Grit. Steinfeld told the Daily Beast that her involvement with the series questions what fame means. According to the actress, fame is something that you can absolutely wish for and achieve, but the funny thing about it is that once you have it, you have no control over how much it occupies in your life. It'll either give you too much fame that you'll be the everyday topic, or you could fly pretty low under the radar, to which Steinfeld described as either be the best thing or not. Even actress Anna Baryshnikov, who plays Emily's Aunt Latvia, had a brush with fame in the form of her father being a prolific figure as she was growing up. As a child, she grew up seeing her father, an accomplished actor and dancer, get approached by people who excitedly approach him and praise him for his work. Baryshnikov described these moments as meaningful and impactful, especially for someone who wanted to enter the business of telling stories. But on the downside, this early secondhand exposure to fame also had the actress hold herself to a certain standard of perfection. Is Dickinson getting canceled? As much as the series received critical acclaim and won various awards, show creator Elena Smith believed that the show had run its course and decided to air its swan song. And to answer your question, no, the show didn't get canceled. In an interview with Variety published on September 2nd, Smith shared her thoughts on the show, as well as listed down several guest stars for the final season. "When I set out to make Dickinson, I envisioned the show as a 3-season journey that would tell the origin story of America's greatest female poet in a whole new way, highlighting Emily's relevance and resonance to our society today." Smith began in her statement, "In my wildest dreams, I could never have imagined how rich and satisfying the experience of making this show would become, and the incredible joy it has been to tell Emily's story along with Hailee Steinfeld and our brilliant, passionate cast and crew. I can't wait to share our epic final season with the world and to bring our audience along with us to the conclusion of Emily's coming-of-age saga as she continues to fight for her poetic truth while reckoning with so many of the issues that face us now." She also thanked the show's lead star Hailee Steinfeld, as well as the rest of the cast and crew for her creative journey in the show, as well as Apple, who made the show possible, saying she can't wait to continue telling more original stories with them in the years ahead. Smith also shared in a separate interview with TNC that Season 3 was already written before Season 2 made its debut. At the time, the show creator also said that she never expected we'd be living through a situation that trapped everybody in their own houses, referring to the pandemic, and that the global health crisis inspired the final season in some ways. "We were writing Season 3 over the summer and fall in the pandemic, and I would say that that experience certainly came to bear on the writing of Season 3. Who are the returning cast in Dickinson? Of course, returning to reprise her role as the lead character, Emily Dickinson is the American actress and singer Hailee Steinfeld. She's also joined by fellow main cast members Jane Krakowski as Emily Norcross Dickinson, Anna Baryshnikov as Lavinia Vinnie Dickinson, Ella Hunt as Sue Gilbert, Toby Huss as Edward Dickinson, Adrian Blake Ensko as Austin Dickinson. Other actors who will return this Season 3 are Amanda Warren as Bet, Zozia Mamet as Louisa May Alcott, Shanaze Uke as Henry, and the singer and rapper Wiz Khalifa as Death. Are there new characters set to debut in Season 3? Dickinson is known for its witty approach of involving several historic characters in the show, and most of them are comedians and prolific actors as well. Season 3 is no different, and this time around we'll be seeing the likes of Ziwe as Sojourner Truth, Billy Eichner as Walt Whitman, and Chloe Fineman as Sylvia Plath. Ziwe is an American comedian and writer who's known for her satiric works and commentaries regarding politics, young adulthood, and race relations. Before landing her role as Sojourner Truth in the series, she was busy working on the self-titled variety series Ziwe, where she interviews various guest stars and also showcases musical numbers from time to time. Before that, she worked as a writer on the Jesus and Marrow TV show from 2019. This makes her a perfect fit for playing the role of American abolitionist and women's rights activist Sojourner Truth. This historical figure is known throughout history as the first Black woman to win a court case against a white man, aside from earning an invitation to meet then-President Abraham Lincoln in 1864. Another comedian who will be making an entry this final season is the American actor and comedian Billy Eichner, who rose in popularity for not only creating but also starring and worked as an executive producer of the comedy game show Funny or Die's Billy on the Street, which earned him a nomination for a Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Game Show Host in 2013. He will be playing the American poet, essayist, and humanist Walt Whitman this season. Considered as one of the greatest poets of all time, his most famous works consist of a collection of poems called Leaves of Grass, which was published in 1855 and had countless publications thereafter. Last of the famous literary figures making an appearance in Dickinson is the American poet, novelist, and writer Sylvia Plath, who will be portrayed by the American actress and comedian Chloe Fineman. The actress is a regular face in SNL, who first joined the cast as a feature player back in September 2019. The character she'll be portraying, Sylvia Plath, is known for the progress of confessional poetry, whose best works include the 1960 publication of The Colossus and Other Poems, as well as Ariel, which was published in 1965. And with that, we're wrapping up today's video on what makes the last season of Dickinson intense. What do you hope to see in the final season? Let us know know in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on before you go. Thanks for watching.